Hey, kindergarten friends, it's Miss Butler, and I'm back with some more writing. You helped me so much the last time. Remember, I had taken my poster and then I used the ideas in my poster to make a book for my family about wash your hands. I had a few things in my book that I needed to change to make them better, and you helped me to find them. One of the things in my book that I really did need to include was an ending. A book really needs an end so that the reader knows there's no more pages coming. This is the end of my book. And my book didn't really have an ending. And we thought together about how I might be able to end my book. Do you remember what we thought of? It had to do with the kind of writing, the teaching writing that we were doing at school last time we were there. So I started my ending to my book with kind of the same words that we often use to end our teaching books. Want to take a look at what I did so far? So here's what I wrote. Now you know how to wash your hands. Because remember, in my book, How to Wash Your Hands, I did explain that you need to use lots of soap and rub and sing the happy birthday song 3 times. But I want to add a little bit more to my ending because my book wasn't just about teaching how to wash hands. It was about solve the problem of forgetting to wash your hands. So I want to think of some words I could include in my book that remind everyone to wash their hands. And then I need you to help me write those words and spell them because that can be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to take a second and think about the words I want to say. Then I'm going to touch my paper where I'm going to write those words. And then you are going to help me to spell them. So first I'm thinking, remember? Think it, I can say it. I say it, I can write it. If I write it, I'll be able to read it back to myself. All right. I think I know what I want to say. I want to say, do not forget to do it. So that my book says, now you know how to wash your hands. Do not forget to do it. Maybe even exclamation point. So, what were those words? I'm going to touch and tell the words on my paper so I know where I'm going to write them. You can say it along with me if you remember what I said. Do not forget to do it. Do not forget to do it. That's 6 words I need to write. Whew, I got my pen. Are you ready to help me? Remember when we're writing words, we need to leave spaces in between each word to make it easy to read. But we also need to include lots of letters, a letter for every sound. And that will help people to read it and help us read it back ourselves. Sometimes we know the word in a snap and we can just write it down. Sometimes we need to stretch the word out to hear every sound so that we can write a letter to match the sounds. So remember my first word, do. D, d. What letter does that start with? Do you hear that D? I hear it. And you know what else? I think I remember in a snap how to write the word do. It's kind of a small little word. So I think it's D O. I just know that one in a snap. So I'm going to write it down. Do. Does that look right to you? I think it does. So there's my word. Do not. My next word is not, and I'm leaving a nice big space so my reader knows it's a new word. I'm going to stretch that one out, and I want you to stretch it with me. Are you ready? Get your hands. At. How many sounds did you hear? At. At. 3 sounds. That's what I heard. So the first one, N. Thumbs up if that's what you were thinking. The next sound, octopus. Oh, last sound, not. Do not forget. Wow, that is a big word. It has a lot of sounds in it. I want to teach you a very special way to help you write words with a lot of sounds. Remember how we can clap the parts to words like happy or puppy, or even a really big word, library. We can clap those chunks and then I can just spell the chunk. That would be only a few sounds to remember. I'm going to try that strategy for the word forget. Let's hear the 2 chunks, the 2 claps in the word forget. Forget. Did you hear them? Forget. So the first chunk I want to spell is for. Or. For. I bet that's one you might know in a snap. I do. I remember that little word for. It starts, I bet we all can hear that. But I remember in a snap, for is spelled F-O-R. So that's what I'm going to write. For. Does that look like the word for to you? Yeah. Now I need to do the second chunk. Remember, forget. The second chunk is get. That one I'm going to stretch out. And you stretch with me, and let's see if we can hear all the sounds. G, e, t, g, e, t. I hear 3. Do you? G, e, t. I'm going to write all 3 sounds. Remember, I'm not going to put a space right here. That's because this is still part of one word, forget. Forget is one word. So I'm not going to put a big space. I'm just going to keep the letters close together because I'm still writing the word forget. But I'm going to write the second chunk of the word forget. G, e, t, g, g, g. I bet you remember that one. It's Gordo Gorilla. G, G, e, e. Ellie Elephant. And that ending sound, forget. Wow, look at that. We wrote the word forget even though it has so many sounds. Instead of having to go sound by sound, I broke it into chunks. And then I could just hear the sounds in each little chunk. But notice it's still one word, and so there's not a big space between the letters. They all are close together. Forget. Let's read what we have so far. Do not forget. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, I know. To do it. Do not forget to do it. So I have do not forget. Now I need to. I know you kindergartners know the word to in a snap. I know you can spell that one. It starts with a T and O. T-O, two. That's one that I just know in a snap. So I'm going to write that one down. To. Do not forget to do. Oh, didn't I just write the word do? Look at that. I did. I'm going to write it again. This sentence has do in it twice. D-O. Do not forget to do it. Let's see if we can stretch the sounds in it. It, it. Do you hear just two sounds? Me too. The first sound, any inchworm. And then t. Nice big space here. Let's see, let's read it again and see if I've got all my words. Do not forget to do it. And because it's very important and I'm saying it with a lot of energy, I'm going to put an exclamation point at the end. That means I really mean it. So now let's read our whole ending or conclusion to the book together. Now you know how to wash your hands. Do not forget to do it. Wow, that sounds great. Thank you so much for your help, kindergartners. When you are writing your books or posters or songs or poems, remember to use some of these strategies for finding out how to spell the words. Some of the words are words that you know in a snap. The, T-H-E, to, T-O. If you know the word in a snap, you can just write it. Other times, you really need to listen for the sounds. Sometimes the word is little, and you can listen for the sounds and write them down. N, a, t. That's just 3 sounds. I can remember that. But sometimes, if the word is long, it doesn't mean you shouldn't write it. But you can make it easier by clapping the chunks of the word and then just writing the sounds in each chunk and pushing them together. Remember how we did forget? For, we wrote first, and then get. Use those strategies to help you in your writing. I can't wait to see what you're doing. I'll talk to you next time. Use those great spelling strategies.